Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you are doing well and learning from the videos which I am publishing in my channel. Today let's learn a new topic, and this is the most practical function or a very useful function which we use in the MS Excel whenever we arrange or clean the data in the MS Excel. Now cleaning the data in the MS Excel is a very important and necessary task whenever you want to get the insights from it. Suppose there is a data in your Excel worksheet which presents the name in the different cell or columns. I mean to say, if take an example that you are having the name, that is the first name in the A column, a middle name in the B column, and the last name in the C column. Now you want the name to be written in the single cell, that is the first name, middle name, and the last name in the single cell. Now if you are just going on typing the words manually in that cell by looking into the previous or beside cell, you are using Excel wrongly, because in Excel there are functions which help you to do this within seconds. So we'll see that how can we do it today in our video. And the another practical use of this is, suppose other than name there are any other fields in a MS Excel worksheet which are arranged in different cells, and you want to arrange it in a single cell. There comes the use of this formula and the practical applicability of this formula, where we can get our things done within a matter of seconds. Now to learn this formula entirely and to get every insight of it, make sure to watch the video till the end. Now we'll directly go into the MS Excel and see how can we use this formula to get the results which we require. Make sure to watch the video till the end. We'll use the same Excel which we have used in the previous MS Excel video and see how can we get the results which we require, which I have talked to you within a few minutes back. Here you can see that there are data present in B and C and in the D and E column. Now, suppose they are the values which you are looking. Suppose I tell this is the first name and this is the last name. Take an hypothetical example and assume this to be the first name and the last name. Now, you are required to write the name in the G column fully, that is the first name and the last name in the single column. Now what many of us will do, that we'll just go on typing the cell or the data which is present in that cell manually by just typing January space then Monday. No, while using Excel, this is not the right way to do it or the efficient way to do it, because it takes a lot of time of yours, and if you are doing it in the same way, then you using Excel will not justify your work. Now to get to that formula, the name of that formula is concatenate. That is, I have told you, if you want to insert a formula, firstly you have to give an is equal to in the MS Excel, and then you have to go with the formula. The name of that formula is concatenate. You can see that when I type concat, that is CONCA, here comes in the second value the concatenate function, and if I click on it, it tells me what does this function perform. It tells it joins several text strings into a single text string. Now what does this text string mean? It means the value present in the cell or the data present in a particular cell. Now if I press tab, the formula gets applied and it asks for the arguments which it requires to get to the required result. Now it asks for text 1. I place my cell on the B2 cell and then I press comma, and it asks me for the second text, that is the C2 which I require. I'll simply close the bracket and press enter, and you see that the required result is obtained. Now over here there is one catch or there is one mistake which we need to rectify for the further shareable and clean looking data. Now this is not a clean looking data, that is there is no space in between the words specified in the G column. January and Monday comes together and there is no space in between which we can tell that the first is the first name and the second word is the last name. So to do so, I'll go to the formula once again and I'll see how can I do that. I'll come over here, I'll place my cursor before the C2 and see that I type a space over here. Now, whenever we type any wordings or any word or any functions or any characters in between the formula, we need to make sure that we put it inside a double inverted comma. Now I put double inverted comma and put a space, then I again close it with a double inverted comma, again press comma, and you see that it comes to text 3, that is my text 2 is a space over here. I click enter and you see that I get my required result. I simply copy this and paste it till the end and you see that the same gets displayed over here. Now, if you are imagining that it only combines the words and not the amount or the one written in a numerical format or any text or number format, let me clarify with you that doubt as well. Now I come over here and I put the text 4 as the number and you see that if the Excel gives us the result which we require. For that, firstly I place comma, and again if I want a space in between that, I put it within inverted comma and put comma over there, and I put place my cursor on the D2 cell, that is where my number is present. I press enter and you see that the same gets displayed in the G column, that is the result which I require is displaying over here. I simply double click on the bottom of the cell and you see that it gets auto filled. This was the use of the concatenate function, which helps you to combine the values in the cells with one another and gives you the result in a single cell. Now, if you are not able to remember the name of the formula, that is concatenate, there is another function in the MS Excel which does the same work, but over here it does not give you the space in between the characters. The formula or the function to obtain that result is and sign, which we use when we type or write any values. That is the and sign. It is easy to remember and simple to understand that if I want this B2 and C2 values in my G2, I need to put B2 and C2. The same applies over here, that is I put is equal to, I give my cursor, place my cursor at the B2 and simply add a and symbol over here and press C2. You see that it gets displayed over here. But over here it does not give us with the space in between the characters. So it's better to use the concatenate function, which helps you to give the space and space in between the words and presents you the data in a beautiful and clean manner. Here by using the and, we can derive the comma, we can derive the space in between the characters by using another formula which we'll talk in the coming videos. So make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to never miss any learnings and any insights in the MS Excel, which will help you learn MS Excel from the very basics. I'm going in depth in the single formula and helping you learn from it from the very basics, so that you can learn from it from the very beginning and in a smooth and clean manner. This was it for the day, guys. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to never miss any learnings in the MS Excel. I'll see you all in the next video. Till then, keep smiling and have a good day.